Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Sorry. Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is How We Began, Part Deux, or Redo? How are we doing it? Hi, my name is Redeux.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Hi, my name is Redeux.
Redeux. So the reason we're redoing our first episode is because we've had so many issues with that audio. It was faulty equipment. We tried magic mastering. We tried soaping it, and it just couldn't clean up enough. So
It was still dirty.
it was so dirty. It was so dirty and not in a good way. So instead of trying to just hobble through and hope you'll continue to suffer through it, I think we have one or two episodes, the first one and possibly the second one, we're going to just kind of redo for you guys. Just make it easier on your ears. So again, my name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
Welcome to the show. Okay, so we wanted to tell everybody kind of how this came to be. And a lot of people that we've talked to in real life, they're like, oh, you just kind of, like they think we did it by the fly of the pants, and that couldn't be further from the truth. This has probably been closer to, at this point, 2 years in the making, maybe longer. And I was thinking about it because when we first all started to get together, remember I was just like, oh, we should record this shit and call it Sunday Sessions. Copyright Everyday Life. I'm so paranoid about that shit. So anyways, yeah, we met in 2010 when I started working full-time at the shop you did.
Yep.
And we have been, God, it sounds wrong to say we've been together ever since, because I want to make it very clear I have a partner and it's not Dagda.
Nope.
Not even close. So for all those previous suspicious minds, no, negative, nada, Thank
Nine.
you.
Yet.
No. I have my partner. I'm good. I mean, I do love gingers, but my partner's, ginger too. Anyways, so.
Ginger.
Yeah, right. Well, and he'll step on you like a grape, which he's tall.
Anyway.
Anyways, so we worked together full time for about 10 or 11 years up until COVID. And then once COVID hit, I went to part time. You stayed full time at the company.
Indeed.
And that's just simply because I had the opportunity to work during COVID when everything else was shut down and make some money and pay off some bills. So that's what I went and did. I went and worked with my real life partner and made some money.
And I had the opportunity to not work and make money.
I know. Like, yeah. So what's interesting is the shop we used to work at, which we're not going to discuss on this, we discuss on our After Dark podcast, right?
Yep.
We've always just had that easy banter, easy conversation. I mean, once you got over the first 2 weeks of getting to even know my fucking name,
Yeah, I'm terrible with names.
well, that's okay. It is what it is. Now it's and that's fine. I answered that as well after all these years. Anyways, so we've always just had this easy banter, and it's very fun, and we've kind of created our own world with it. We talk about everything from animals to zombies, or as you said on our original broadcast, alpha to zomega. You called it zomega because I was just like, how would you say A to Z in Greek? And you were like, alpha to omega.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so we'll call it zomega. Anyways, here's a very fun fact for a lot of people. We only live 4 blocks apart.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure some of my
Get out of my
neighbors...
neighborhood.
Get out of my neighborhood! Get out of here! We don't like your kind. So that's interesting because this is the neighborhood I grew up in. And then I was gone for like a while. And then I came back. And you'd been living in this neighborhood about a year before I moved back.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Because you just
10 millennium later.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally just 4 blocks away. I like seriously. Sometimes I have a hard time going. Wait, 4 blocks, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe it's 5. I don't know. I say 4.
Yeah, because it's catty corner, so I'm down a block or 2, block and a half.
You're down a block and a half. Anyways, so we would have people who used to come in all the time, and and they wouldn't even be buying anything. They'd just be, oh, I just come in to listen to YouTube banter and bust each other's balls. So that was Mr. Annell, was especially one of those who liked to do that. Mr. Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, we don't need to say all their names because that's a very long list. But so, yeah. So the last couple of years, I don't want to go through what we went through before. I'm kind of in a different headspace than we were when we recorded the original audio.
Mm-hmm. What?
And what? Everything's getting better. Of course it is. That's how life works. It moves forward. It moves on. So while I was working full-time somewhere else and you were working full-time for the shop, we didn't have as much time to interact. I mean, we still texted. I still went into the shop part-time. A lot of my part-time work that I still did for the shop was either remote work from the home office or going directly over to Momma D's house and working there for a few hours each week. So we didn't always get to see each other, like, per se, as much, but it was enough, especially when I saw you in the neighborhood and told you to get out.
We don't like your kind around here.
Get out! Anyways, so then we started having coffee. Another friend of ours who declined to join us in this venture, which is fine by me. And we'll leave that there.
Yeah, this isn't his bag, baby.
I am going to reserve myself just on the off chance that he listens.
Okay.
Because I don't want him thinking I'm picking on him. And he's not the point of this.
Yeah.
So, but what is the point about that? The experience is we started getting together very early. He would have preferred 5 a.m. on Sundays, but we settled on 7 a.m. on Sundays. We got together to have coffee.
Yeah.
For a while there, we were doing it at the at the local coffee house. Unfortunately, in my full-time job, things happened and we moved it here to the house for a while when the weather was nice.
Yeah.
And I'd made the joke on more than one occasion, because even Kai'd come over once or twice and was just like, you guys should be recording this shit. And I'm like, I know, right? Put it up there like Sunday sessions, copyright, everyday life. And I like being weird.
Well, it's a good thing.
And we're not friends every single day. Anyways, so we ended up going back to the coffee shop that's in our local grocery store as the weather cooled down and other things transpired.
Yeah.
And so we kind of did that for a while. And one of the things we noticed after a bit of time is the people who would sit a distance away from us, like the baristas started leaning closer and sometimes they'd chuckle. And then, do you need to just give that a blowjob and get it over with?
Any fucking way. Well, there's like a hair on it or something and it keeps poking me in the nose. I know.
It's a booger. I can see it hanging right there.
Nope. Fucking savages.
So, anyways, so we're going to the coffee shop at our local store, and we're getting together 7 a.m. on Sundays. Sometimes it was hard, especially if I had worked the day before.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard, but, we were compromising people. So we compromise a lot.
Yep.
A lot. And so what's interesting is that I kind of started to notice over a period of time that like more and more people would kind of like listen in to what we were doing. And the baristas would like step a little closer to our end. And every once in a while you'd see them chuckling and you'd kind of look and like, oh, I'm not listening in. And it's fine. I know you're listening in. It's fine. I remember the first one who kind of, I don't know if, I don't think it was her intention to listen in, but I was thinking about it today, knowing that we needed to redo this one for audio sake. And I remember it was Miss Z. She was the very first one. And she's like, I'm not. And, she was trying to control her laughter about something. We had busted our friend's balls so hard about something because we're not making fun of it, but he does have OCD. And it was something we busted his balls about.
Yeah.
Because I think he asked me for some of my Germ-X because I'm a germ freak and I carry Germ-X around in my pocket. And I remember, I think it was the time when he asked, he was just like, hey, give me a little squirt of that. And you were like, freezing people. And I'm like, oh, but I thought it was silly to carry it around. But I think what got her was when he said, can I get a squirt of that? And you said, phrasing people. Okay. So anyways, we noticed this was happening and, it just is what it is. People are curious, right?
Yep. George.
So last fall, we were there on a Saturday. We needed to change it for whatever reason. Was it last fall or last summertime?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, it had to have been last fall because we ended up changing it. We had to do it on Saturday because I had something to do on Sunday with my family. And so anyways, our friend graciously let us change it and we did it on Saturday. Well, that Saturday was really interesting because Miss Susan, one of our favorite clerks at the store, was on duty and there was another customer who'd come in. I know the customer. I know the customer's real name.
Okay.
Okay. I call her Peggy for this story just for her anonymity because I do not have permission to use her name.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I do think she has moved beyond at least this location.
Okay.
Okay. So anyways, so she'd come in and Miss Susan walks over and she says, hey, Jen. And I'm like, yes. And she's just like, do you know Miss Peggy? And I'm like, oh, yep. I've lived in the neighborhood long enough. I've seen her around. Hi, how you doing? And Miss Susan was like, can you help her? She's looking for a song, but I'm busy. And she was pretty busy.
Yeah.
And so I knew exactly what this woman was looking for. And I looked it up. I even remember the song and I remember playing it. And I still to this day don't know exactly what made me get up and start like hum singing the song with her and dancing with her. I remember our other friend was embarrassed because I was drawing attention to us.
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant to be like that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I understand. Some people just need complete privacy and anonymity. I get it, right? But we had talked about this before, that's kind of, no matter how anybody else felt about it, it's how I felt about it, how it worked for us.
Yeah.
I remember coming home and talking about it that night, well, that afternoon to my partner, and he's like, I don't get it. And I said, I think it's just if my mom was at the store and she didn't have anybody else, because Miss Peggy has no family. Her husband died years ago. Her family all lives on the East Coast. So she has nobody here but her, quote, grocery store friends.
Yeah.
I'd said to him, I was like, I would like to think that if my mom were going through the same thing, that somebody would, do that for her instead of try to swindle her out of something. And then he got it. And that's, but the biggest thing, you and I talked about this, is that it reminded me that I really do like making people laugh. I do like making people happy. And there's like that limited capacity you have to be a people pleaser in what I was doing full time at that point.
Yeah.
Or before that point, because that whole experience just fucking burned me, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I was just like thinking, maybe there is something more to this. So I had actually went back that day to get another coffee. Doesn't matter why, but I'd went back that day and got another coffee. And one of our favorite broista, see, Mr. B, I remembered that. Our favorite broista was on duty. And he was just like, sometimes you guys are pretty funny. I'm like, oh yeah, we should totally podcast. And he's like, you should. And I think that made me think of it even more because we'd already talked about it with Kai about, oh, we should be recording this Sunday shit. Cause sometimes we would get our friends so good. Sometimes we'd get each other really good. And you just can't make that shit up. Right. So anyways, and then I started researching and then I kind of mentioned it offhanded to you. Because we'd already been talking about it literally. I want to say we'd been literally talking about it for probably a year and a half prior. Kind of off and on jokingly, like, oh, we should just totally podcast.
Yeah.
Because some of the shit's so funny. And then we had the experience with Miss Peggy. It made me feel good. And it was something that you pointed out. You're like, well, you should focus on that. And so then I started talking to my partner about podcasting, probably January 2025. And then I think I started talking to you more about it in March.
Okay.
And then by my birthday, I was like, hey, do you want to do this with me? I even gave you a full fucking week to answer. And what did you say?
Maybe. Sure. Something like that.
Yeah, sure. And I told you, sure is not an answer. It's yes or no. Then what did you say?
Okay.
And I said, that's still not an answer. Yes or no, are you in or are you out? And I did give you a 5 full fucking days to think about it. And so what did you say?
Yes.
That's correct. It only like and the reason I did it that way is because I didn't want it to be one of those situations, because I've had this situation from people I've met in my life before where I'm like, do you want to do this? Oh, yeah, sure. And then you do it and they're just like, what the fuck are you doing that for? I meant like, yeah, sure, I'd consider it. I didn't want to run into that. I wanted either a yes or no, so I knew which way to proceed.
Well, to be fair, also you were asking me to do like editing and stuff, not to be on the podcast.
And to be fair, I did say maybe you'd talk every once in a while. Mm-hmm. I didn't just say you'll never speak. I said, do you want to do it with me? And do you want to help? And what's really interesting is because this is a redo episode where we talk about you're kind of minimally involved in that way, right? Mm-hmm. Now, so this redo episode, we're doing it on the day that our 30th episode premiered.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how much talking you did, sir?
Not very much. Especially not very much cussing.
Yeah.
I never fucking cuss. I'm an angel.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. I wonder where I've heard that from before. Anyways, you know, I think with that experience of more and more people stopping by the table and starting conversations with us. And I mean, we talk to pretty much everybody who comes in there. Mm-hmm. Like that guy today thought he was being smart listening in on our conversation, which I thought I was being pretty quiet because that was not a conversation for anybody's ears but yours.
Yeah.
I thought I was being pretty quiet. I mean, maybe my F word was a little bit louder, but I just disregarded him like I have to do. Because sometimes it's just like, you know what? You need to know when to eavesdrop and when not to.
Yeah.
You can tell by the look on my face when not to listen into what the fuck I'm saying. Damn it. I was really hoping not to cuss this much, but I did. Anyways, we've met tons of people there. It's funny, the people who always think we're part of the store. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, are you guys like security or something? No.
That reminds me of in the Army.
Uh-oh.
On several occasions, like when I was
Wait, are you talking about like you in the Army or the movie in the Army?
When I was in the Army.
Okay. Welcome to his EOD school stories, guys.
No, this is basic training in AIT. My original. So
what a treat.
My original basic training, I ended up, there was a dude who worked in the arms room, and he fucking kept looking at me funny. I'm like, what the fuck is up? Anyway, when I went to check out my weapon one time, he was like, are you CID? And I'm in basic training. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Right.
And I'm like, no. It's Criminal Investigations Division. Mm-hmm. He thought I was a plant to fucking...
Get him in trouble?
Or somebody in our training unit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when I went to AIT, something similar happened. Somebody else asked me if I was CID. I'm like, why the fuck?
Well, you do have that sneaky look about you.
I
mean, you are a ginger.
I'm a weird-looking ginger. Don't think that they would fucking pick me to be the fucking mole.
They absolutely would pick you to be the mole because you're the least likely one to be the mole. You just look like an ordinary, everyday quadroon ginger.
Yeah, because there's so many of us.
You're not some elite class where you're only like, 0.1% of a population.
Actually, probably not too far off there.
You're like 1.2% of the population.
No.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know if it's because almost everybody there wears like dark hoodies. I don't know if it's because of how often we were going, which we do go get coffee like 4 or 5 days a week. Or we did. We don't stay there now for the most part.
Yeah.
We so here's the thing. We were going to originally start recording from there, and you guys were going to hear those differences, but we found this thing happened that first of all, it's very distracting to record there.
Yeah.
And second of all, nobody else could hear what the people around us were saying clearly but us.
Yeah, and so when we're interacting with them, people are like, what was being said? What was going on? Yeah.
Yeah, people just don't get it like at all. I broke a tooth. Anyways, so yeah. It's kind of interesting because I re-listened to the original episode and I wrote all this information down and I'm just like, most of this doesn't matter anymore because what matters is we do this because it's fun. We do this with the idea that we just had so many people who would just stop and conversate with us. Or, people would just fucking laugh at our conversations because we are so wacky and goofy. I mean, what?
I was going to say, we do this to ensure that everybody can experience me because I'm amazing.
Amazing, Dagda. Amazing, Dagda.
Any fucking way.
And
Completely
again,
false.
The ego starts already. This is something you guys will learn quickly. He has a very, very, very large ego. And minuscule penis.
Yep. Tiny. Minuscule.
Minute.
Minute.
What would Sean Connery say? That is so minute.
Yeah, I even named it Newt.
You know what Pee Wee Herman would say?
Hey, you sound like Eminem.
Eminem. Slim Shady. Anyways, we're not squirreling yet. That doesn't start till next episode.
Okay, sure.
Or the episode after or something like that. Anyways, there was a lot of things when we originally recorded this, which obviously we'll keep a copy of the original recording for posterity and magic dumpster pile of, can you believe we sounded like this at one time? Mm-hmm. And then we'll go on from there. So normally what we do, we get together, we just conversate about literally so many different subjects. It's not funny, except for politics. We don't like to get into the politicky thingy.
Yes.
Because either people want to cancel you for the wrong reasons or celebrate you for the wrong reasons and claim you to their cause. And guess what? I'm here for the human cause, not for the, I want to do it this way and I want to do it that way. And I'm not here for that shit.
One of us.
One of us.
Anyway.
I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the, Heil, listen to what I say and do what I say. Not here for that. I'm not here for pronouns. I'm not here for that.
I'm here for anti-nouns. Any fucking way.
That's right, because a while ago I heard this thing about you that you're a real boy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But it's so minuscule. It's so minute. Nobody knows. Anyways, so I do want to give shout outs to the people we've met over the time. They're like Miss Dentures and her mohawk.
Yeah.
You'd never go to a new hairdresser at 76 years old and say, do whatever you want. Because remember, she had that mohawk. And it took a little while for that to grow out.
My banker this morning had what amounted to a mohawk.
Was he, she, older, white?
Nope. He was like in his
was he like
20s, early 30s.
Yeah, with the brown hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been rocking that, like that. Well, it was a mullet the last time I was in there. It was a mullet.
No.
I mean, mullets are pretty badass.
Maybe if you're MacGyver.
What about Mr. Achy Breaky Heart? He had like the mullet of all mullet. He still has a fucking mullet at his age.
Any fucking way. I thought we weren't going to talk about politics.
I guess that is country politics. Country politics.
Politics, yeah.
Well, that's better to be politicking than politicking.
Especially if your name's Paula.
Dick. I don't know. I like the idea. Like, look, I am in such a better headspace now than I was a few months ago, especially a year ago when we first really started bringing a lot of this together. I know there's tons of people out there who have gone through or are going through what we've went through. Mm-hmm. I worked for the best employer in the world for 15 years.
Yeah, Momma D is amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing fruit.
She's not a fruit. But she's amazing. If she was a fruit, she'd be a pineapple. You know that, right?
Oh, wow.
She'd be a delicious, juicy pineapple.
The fruit that eats you back. Anyway.
I mean, she is a caring, giving individual.
Yeah.
But she would be.
I
would say pear, but they're too gritty. But
yeah, they have a weird texture.
Yeah, like pineapple just fits her perfect. Juicy, sweet, cute, kind.
And will eat you back.
Hey, she's a fair reciprocator. I know. I've heard stories.
Wow. Any fucking way.
Anyways, and you worked for her for just over 21 years.
Yeah.
Because I joined the company August 25th, 2010. Do you remember when you joined the company? Because I have your actual hire date in my hot little hand.
It was like August of 2004, I want to say.
Yep, August 10th, 2004. Ugh.
So there.
It's a long time. And,
Yeah.
and you know what's really interesting? When you work for somebody that long, they definitely become like your second family.
Yeah.
Like, I had an ex ask me one time, even though the pay wasn't great, why did I stay at the shop? And, you know, it's always been my answer's always been the same. I'm a fucking loyalist.
Yeah.
I'm loyal. If you treat me good, I treat you good. I'm loyal to you.
Yeah.
Although, you know, sometimes I get a little frustrated on the two things she asked me the first day I met her. Two things. Only two. And we discussed it on After Dark if you want to find out. So anyways. Yep, that's right. I'm giving you the weird side eye.
Bombastic side-eye.
Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic.
I wanted people to be able to have a place they could go listen, have a few laughs. Because sometimes we're really funny and not looks.
Yes, I'm amazing.
Every day. 5 days a week.
No, I do it 8 days a week.
Well, that's fine. I only have to listen to it 5 days a week. five days a week. Well, I mean, sometimes it's only 4.
Yep.
But it's that toss up in the air. Is either I just deal with it and accept your ego, even when it slams my head into a wall, or I deal with you, and that just seems sad to me. I truly feel like there's a part of us that are the nerds from Weird Science that built Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock.
That bitch, her legs are like longer than I am tall, I think.
I had them extended. Now they go all the way down.
You had negroplasty.
Before there was such a thing as negroplasty.
Thank you for that one, Trey Parker. Appreciate it. Because now we just have been bantering about it for 15 plus years. But anyways, yeah, totally not going to be the same episode, guys. And that's fine. Because things change, things evolve. I'm a little bit more in control of my emotions now than I was when we recorded the first one. I had a hard time with that first one. The first time we recorded. Because working for Momma D, we had been on camera all those years and you just become accustomed to it, right?
Yeah.
And then we spent almost an entire year off camera, off mic, away from all that. And so we have hours upon hours of recording, and I don't even think we've listened to all of it.
No.
Because I don't even think we've even tapped into it.
No.
Because it's just like, one, you don't know how you're going to sound. And that takes a minute. That takes a hot minute to get used to. And then 2, it's just like, you know, you're fine tuning everything. We really didn't know that we had that much of a problem with our original audio equipment until it completely failed on one of there's like 3 requirements you need to pass.
I have the ACX. I don't remember what it stands for, but basically it's the standard for like audiobooks and stuff like that for spoken voice media.
Yeah. And like we could get two of them passed easily, but the third one didn't. We tried magic mastering. We tried soap. Nothing worked. And it was just like, you know, that's like I said, I want to pull that audio because I want people who are now finding us, because I think more people are finding us now that we've surpassed 25 episodes. I want them to be able to clearly understand we're a bunch of knuckleheads around here. We've known each other for over 15 years.
Allegedly.
At this point, supposedly. Look, I know you well enough to know. Oh, I better not say that. Shit. Look, I know you well enough to know that in 2013, I thought you were going to die. And I remember begging a doctor not to let you die. And you were like, it's not that dramatic.
Yep, it wasn't that dramatic.
It most certainly was.
Nope.
Because you said that was interesting.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Actually, that was 2011 when that one happened, I think. The big one was when we had to go down to Oregon.
Yeah.
That one was... Ugh. That was a sketch ass hotel room.
Yeah.
That was, I felt like we were fucking in prison. I really did feel like we were in prison there.
That is the second worst hotel that I've stayed at that was inside of a major city.
Yeah, like I don't think either one of us slept very well.
Yeah.
And then lucky you got to be put out to sleep. And I remember being in the fucking I used to smoke. I don't anymore. And I remember I'd be in the waiting room like 15 minutes and I'd have to go outside. Ugh. And we were supposed to have you there one more night, and then they sent you home the same night. And it was like, you motherfuckers, it was great taking you home, them all drugged up. What's going on?
I tell you one thing though, when they turned that laser on inside my heart, I was like, can I get some more pain meds?
Excuse me, please. I'm not drugged enough.
Yeah.
So the fun thing between you and I is I don't think you have a disrespectful or mean bone in your body towards me unless you're just wanting a good chuckle. I think you're very kind with how you speak about me. I don't believe I just said that. Ugh, that didn't taste right. No, honestly, to me, you probably are my very best friend, and to you, you're your own best friend.
Yes, I'm
But
awesome.
I know that you look at your friends fairly equally, but I probably spend more time with you than most of your other friends.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We spend an inordinate.
Yes.
See, I get nuts because I said it right the first time. On the original recording, when I was trying to convey how much time we spent together, I was like, how about a huh? How about a huh? How about a huh? You had to say it for me.
Yeah.
We do spend a large amount of time together, but it's so when I left my full-time position, full-time, we'll call it that, in August of 2025, my life had to change. I left where I had been working full-time due to bullying and harassing and some other not nice things. And I'd gotten to the point where I knew I was either going to self-delete or something had to change. And so I left. And so I went from doing that full-time to not at all. And then I went back to work for Momma D full-time instead of part-time, or part-time instead of full-time. But by that point, she had decided that the last shop needed to close. She needed to retire.
Yep.
Nothing we could do about it. It was going to happen.
Yeah.
So the guesstimate was given of 12 to 14 weeks to take us to wrap it up. And we actually did it in 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
yeah.
5, maybe 5 plus an extra day. And between leaving my full-time job and then having that shop close and trying to, like, I tell everybody I'm in situational depression. And that's what I'm dealing with, which is exactly what I'm dealing with. I've talked to other people about it. I've talked to smarter people about it. And I understand what's going on. And so between that, and for a long time, I didn't want to be around any other people except for the people I trusted, which is my partner, you, my mom, my stepmom, my partner, you, my mom, my stepmom. Yeah. And Momma D. And that's about the gist of it, because and even then, I didn't like hugging anybody or anything like that. I had a really hard time with that. And I went and I actually did look for other work, other full-time work. I think I ended up taking a legitimate 3 weeks to myself.
Yeah.
Because I was here at the house for a week and a half before I started going with you back to the shop. And then, or maybe I was here 2 weeks before I went back to the shop with you.
Something like that.
And then, we did that. And then I think I took, I don't even think I took 2 weeks off. I think I was looking for work the whole time. But I was like heavy looking for work, 282 job applications. It's not that I'm not a good worker, because I'm actually a very good worker. Momma D would say that.
Yeah.
And I think she would be the authority on it, having been in business 55, 60 years between their independent businesses and the shop.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is that I'm not tech savvy. I went from doing physical labor at a company that had a custom PC setup to working for Momma D, which was a custom PC setup.
Yeah.
And so now everywhere wants you to have all these different Microsoft certifications. They're not doing that train as you go anymore on most of that anymore. Most companies want you to have basic computer skills and basic Microsoft Office skills and all these different things. And so that was a huge thing. And then the other thing is, because I'm over 40, that's also a big hindrance against me.
Yeah.
And that's really fucking frustrating. Excuse my language, but it's really fucking frustrating. So with all of these things kind of hitting at the same time, I think that's what pushed the podcasting even further to the front, is because it's a way to work and still hide away from people. Why I'm learning to trust the world again.
Yeah.
And I get to do it with you.
And of course.
Oh my God. Dead. But I mean, if you think about it, we go and get coffee 4 or 5 days a week. It's a very inexpensive fix to get you out of the house and get you away from the humdrum. So you went back to schooling because you had other health stuff you were dealing with.
Yeah, I didn't want to go try and get a job immediately, considering some of the health issues that I had. And so I finally got around to going to the VA and getting help with some stuff. And it's working out pretty good.
Yes, Big Nux. Right before the very first episode was originally aired, we got some good clearance on some stuff. And so that's fun because we don't have to go up to the big city right now.
Yeah.
Not for a while. Thank Jesus.
Yeah.
Probably not for at least another 8 months.
Probably something like that.
8 or 10 months.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Something like that. You're like, don't remind me that that's coming next year.
Yeah.
Don't remind me of that. So anyways, so yeah, you focused on your health journey and you did luckily have the ability to pay for a schooling to get your certification.
Yeah.
Me, I did not. When I had worked full time for with my partner, I used that money to pay off my debts. It paid off my car way early. I mean, and it's a very humble and expensive car. But, you know, COVID, everything's more expensive. But I used that to pay off my debts. So I didn't have nearly as much money set aside. You know, I didn't have that. And I also didn't have the same tenure. Luckily for you, the tenure with the shop was during its most...
The tail end of its most profitable time.
The very tail end of it. Like the first 5 years you were at the company was the last 5 years that they were making over $1 million a year.
Yeah.
So it's how it worked out. And I'm thankful for you to have had that experience because it has allowed you to target your health. It has allowed you to learn or I guess certify and improve a new skill set or an extended skill set.
Most of it is stuff that I hadn't even thought of doing before.
Yeah,
Some of it is stuff that I had already done, but very little of it.
Yeah. So now you're strengthening a skill set.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. And it's really affordable for you. I don't think I have the patience for schooling anymore. I mean, like today I was almost in tears trying to figure out an issue with Patreon.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't cry.
Yep.
I walked away for a minute.
Take a breath, man. Take a breath.
Stroke, breathe. Yeah, so I just took a breath. And that's fine. Yeah. It's weird because I want to make sure that we cover everything. And I don't know, I have a fantastic partner that he's kind of picking up the slack. I think he understands the issue I'm still having with my mental health. And we're actually, now that we're a few episodes in, I mean, we're more than a few episodes in. But it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of heartache, but things will always work out the way they're supposed to. Right? Yeah. So anyways, we work in a home office. We decided not to record at any of the coffee stands. We will probably record remotely at some point, or whatever they'd call remotely, but not the way we were originally thinking we were. Because first of all, it's too much dragging equipment around, and second of all, they're not hearing what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the one portion of the stuff we'd listen to, I just thought we kind of sounded like assholes. Because, that always scares me because I just know that it's going to drop. This is the hard part about having a home office in the direct flight path of the military. You hear it and I can actually feel it in the house. And I always think that I'm about to hear a fucking airplane tire hit the house. I swear to God. Anyways. So we want you guys here with this experience with us. We're just going to conversate about a whole bunch of different stuff. If you're re-listening to the first episode, then you already know what we're all about. If you're coming to us now by a devious recommendation, because we did task our listeners and say, hey, we have a little bit of something for everybody. So why don't you tag that weird friend who might actually like this or might get a kick out of this? Or for some people, why not punish them? That's fair, right?
Yeah.
That's totally fair. But we what?
When you said that, I was thinking, yeah, we should call our listeners Big Dick Deviants.
Oh, yeah, yes.
No.
How about we call them single shot studs?
Any fucking one.
Like, every stud just came out of the fucking woodwork in both directions and went, hello, cowgirl, and hello, cowboy. And that's fine. Yeah, so we do have Conversations Over Coffee is free to listen to. That's absolute truth. But you should go check us out on Patreon because we also have another podcast called After Dark that is not free. We'll just leave that there. Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know. You were talking about stuff.
You're such a bastard.
We were talking about that we just generally gab about nonsense.
Right? Yeah. I mean, sometimes we gab about smart stuff, which...
Where was I for this?
Really? Oh, my God. Okay, so when it comes to the Are You Prepared and We're Hammered and Drifts episodes, don't listen to Dagda because he knows nothing.
True.
Facts.
I know nothing.
Anyways, yes, we have coffee a lot. We jibber jabber a lot. And we had that experience when we were going to coffee. People just, they started out just kind of eavesdropping and snickering. And then all of a sudden they would just drop by. They would drop by our table. What are you talking about today? That's how I know about Mrs. Denture's mohawk haircut, because she just told her new hairstylist to do whatever. And I was just like, so she gave you a mohawk. And she's like, is that what they call this? I'm like, yes. And she's just like, oh, whatever. It's easy to do. There was also the college kid, like the super smart, super sweet college kid, like rocket scientist.
Yeah.
College kid. College kids.
We got your friend. We got your coffee.
He honestly gives me a little bit of hope for the future because, first of all, he was so kind.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
And over the course of the year that we saw him, because he was finishing grad work the last time, he was getting ready to go do grad work, and I think he was actually doing the very last time I saw him. I think he was actually doing an interview to go do grad work, and he had just done an interview, and I asked him how it went, and he said, "Well, they sent me an email before I even left, so I guess I did pretty good."
Nice.
But in the course of seeing him, he'd probably 3 or 4 dozen times done a pay it forward drink for the people behind him. That's the kind of world I want, where it's where generosity is not expected, but it's such a nice little thing to do for somebody every once in a while.
Yeah.
Then there's that little girl that one morning who was going with her class to the zoo, and the meerkats better be awake because that's the only point of the zoo. And, which her and I had a nice little conversation, and she was, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10. But what's funny is I did run into her dad like 2 weeks later, asked him how the trip went, and he was just like, oh, it's fantastic. She loved it. Nice. And he loved it. And that's great. Because we do have a pretty, I don't know if you've been to it in the last few, 7, 8, 9 years. In the last 10 years, I've been at least in the last decade to our local zoo.
The last time I went to our local zoo was with you, and I hadn't been there.
Oh my God.
Since I was in middle school or something.
That was so long ago because you looked like a youngin' then. I've got a picture of you in the hurricane.
Yeah, there's some pictures of me on my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, on my Facebook, I have an album. And it's not a public Facebook, by the way. It's not on the work. It's not on the Everyday Life Facebook. It's on my own personal Facebook. Just to make that clear to everybody, I'm not showing any pictures. But we did a staycation. There was 3 of us that did a staycation together because we all needed a vacation, but we were broke as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Sorry, but I learned it from you. Anyways,
Hi, Mommy.
hi, Mommy. She's just like, yeah, that's my kids. Oh, my kids. Anyways, that was a fun vacation. I got pictures of you feeding the budgie birds, which is good. I got a picture of you like in the hurricane machine, which is hilarious because you have that look on your face like, but you look like you were happy.
Yeah.
And then I've got the infamous foo dog picture.
Yeah.
Somebody was boning a foo dog.
Why else did they put them there?
I'm pretty sure the one pic. I think I have two pictures. I think one of them you got your tongue hanging out too. It's so great. The other person who was with us, of course, I don't think you guys did it at the same time, which sounds so bad.
There were 2 food dogs there.
Right.
Because you need to have 2.
Tag team back again. Corrected. Let's begin. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. If you don't know what a foo dog is, look up Chinese foo dog, and you will see these statues of these very beautiful dogs. And he defiled them.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Mouse, so it was okay. Dresden's dog. It's a
Okay.
food dog.
Oh God. Okay, I had it. Took
Hey,
me
I
a
didn't
minute.
mention Guar.
Did you say the?
I didn't mention Guar. Just Dresden.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Gore. Don't worry. I've got something coming in the future for that.
Phrasing people.
Phrasing. People.com. So, sorry. Anyways. So, look, we want you guys to come. We want you to listen. FML. We would like you to join us.
Yes.
Listen into the conversation. Have a good time. Laugh at us. Communicate with us. This is how we're going to be making our living because mainstream says, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you know. You know what I'm saying. But
Forget about it.
that's right. All the way between when you discover this, all the way till Halloween 2025. We're doing episodes 3 days a week until Halloween 2025. Halloween 2025, which is a Friday this year, ends the 3 day a week.
Everyday life.
Everyday life.
Conversations over coffee.
Conversation over coffee. And then we're going to switch to a Monday, Tuesday schedule on that. Because on Fridays, or I'm sorry, Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I just get my fucking days screwed up. Ugh. Anyways, and then on Fridays we have After Dark coming out.
Yeah.
And that'll be, so After Dark will be out every Friday. And,
Every Friday.
Friday. And then we have a couple other projects we're working on, but because we haven't solidified those, we're just going to leave those hush for now. Although, if you go to patreon.com now and join the membership, you can get the bonus content. After Dark premieres October 31st, but our bonus content to our members are out now.
Fucking weirdo.
Anyways, so we want you to be here and have a good time. Whether you got a long commute to work or you're working out in the gym, why not have a good laugh and make it a little more tolerable?
Yeah.
Now, as you go further, you will hear my high-pitched laugh wheeze. Just remember to control your laughter because if you're driving, we want you safe.
Breathe, motherfucker.
Stroke, breathe. Sorry, I love Key and Peele. What can I say? Anyways, welcome to our show. We have a good time. We hope you do too. There has got to be at least 25% of our content that is for you. Because we're a little bit weird, we're a little bit smart, and we're a whole lot of fun.
Speak for yourself.
I just did. I just did. But anyways, we will see you guys on the next episode. No, we won't see them. We won't hear them either unless they leave a comment. So we'll speak at you at the next episode. You guys have a great day.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.